Greetings fellow gamers, it has been a while, sorry for the long absence, but now I'm back. In today's video, I just want to share my opinion regarding the newly popular Yugi Oh game, Master Duel. This video will discuss what makes the game fun for me and perhaps a few problems that I have with the game in the current version. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Let's start with the positive things about the game. First is the overall presentation of the game. The game, overall, it looks really eye-catching, as you can already tell it from the title screen itself, where they have so many flagship/boss monsters from so many different decks archetypes. You know what I mean if you've played Yugi Oh before. Even when we enter the main menu, the UI is not very overwhelming. The main 4 functions of the game is presented in a very simple way. Additionally, in this main menu, you can change the flagship monster to appear depending on whether you have it as an accessory in your storage or not. And I'm pretty sure in the future they're going to add way more monsters, and hopefully you are able to get your favorite monster to be displayed there every time when you log in the game. Not only just the UI in the main menu, even going through the lobby to play with your friends are very simple. And also, when you enter the ranked duel, it's also very straightforward. You just need to press a few buttons and the matchmaking will start. Even during the duel, I think the UI is very simple and straightforward. It's not too crowded and too confusing, with the left point is displayed on the left and card information is also displayed on your left side. Yeah, the game looks very simple, but it looks very neat once you get tons of accessories to decorate your field when you're actually in a duel. The second will be the wide variety of cards and decks options. Of course, there are always options to go with meta decks, but different people have different reasons why they want to play the game. For instance, I'm a VTuber watcher, and the VTubers that I've watched, especially the female ones, have choose a deck that is kind of cute or kind of similar to the avatar team.
Dragging me for the cute girls? But Traptrix is cute girls also. Look, it's literally me. Put me in. Put me in, bro. Coach, put me in. Look, that's me. I'm just a smiling little flower girl, like, you know what I'm talking about?
Or even going for some old deck due to the nostalgia that they had when they watched the anime. As for myself, the last time I played Yugi Oh in real life was using Dragoonity deck. And I decided to go with that as my first deck in Master Duel due to nostalgia that I had with that deck, and I had so much fun with it. For sure, most people really want to win in a ranked duel, even coming up with decks that can be irritating to play against, such as the Exodia deck. Just wait till you get the right cards and not letting the opponents to play it at all. So, when you're crafting your deck, it really depends on what you are looking for from this game, from the massive cards available. So, take your time, do some research, maybe even watch some people, see what kind of decks that you're looking for in this game. Number 3 will be the resources available when you start the game. If you join the game now, when the game launching campaign is still going, and you're playing the solo duels and doing the secret missions, you might be able to make a decent deck or two. Right now, I'm not paying a single penny, and I have 2 decks that are working quite well right now, even in the ranked duel. I play with my friends who is in Platinum, and I manage to win every now and then. So you can actually make a F2P deck with whatever the resources they're giving for free at the moment. And also, there's the crafting point resources, where you can just dismantle cards that you don't need, and then you receive points, and then you can craft cards that you need for your deck. So if you're feeling you have a lot of UR card and SR cards that you don't need, feel free to just dismantle them and use the points to craft cards that you really need to make your deck more powerful, and so you can have more fun with the game. Number 4, solo play is great for beginners and also for veterans alike. Solo play can feel like a chore for those who just want to get on with it instead to destroy other people in ranked duels. But for me personally, as a returning player that has stopped playing since the Synchro era, solo duels are very entertaining and somewhat educational to catch up with many archetypes that have come since the last time I played, and also the new systems such as the Pendulum, the Exceed, and Link monsters. Not only that, solo duels also rewards us with some free cards, accessories, and even some gems to make a purchase for packs that you want. So take a break once in a while from ranked duels and just dive into solo duels. It kind of rewards you and take a break from the competitive side of the game. My favorite thing about the solo play though, that I get to see some cool animations of the monsters that I most likely will never get to play. Just want to share, the Gem Knights deck are pretty cool, even though it's quite bothersome for me in my opinion, but the boss card is pretty cool when it's summoned. Number 5, the great music. Just listen to this music that I've been playing since the start of the video. It's such a banger. Honestly, I've been a fan of Yugi Oh music since PS1 era, but for an F2P game, they really go way and beyond to make the music to be such a banger and helps you getting pumped when you're doing well in your duel. Not bad, Konami, not bad at all. Lastly, I can see the game lasts for a long time. The game itself is very fun to play, especially when you're playing with your friends and trying to gauge each other's deck. As time goes with a regular play in a short term, players will keep getting more gems that allow you to not only strengthen your main deck, you might want to start experimenting with other decks yourself, since the experience of crafting the decks and try to figure out how to make it work is also part of the fun of Yugi Oh experience. And if Konami can make many interesting events come to the game with many interesting rewards, even just for the accessories, such as I mentioned in the previous point about the monster to be displayed in your main menu, I think that could be an incentive for people to keep playing the game. Heck, that would be even better if Konami can release the new cards that comes out early in this game, so people can have the experience of using those cards first, then in the real world. I think that could be a very interesting incentive to have. Now I'm talking about the negative side of the games that I've been feeling since the first day that I've been playing. Firstly, it can be overwhelming on what deck you should go with. This is especially true for new players and returning players since they don't know what are the available options for them. As for me, it was quite easy because I know how the Dragonity deck works and they're still supporting the deck. So I just decided to pick up that deck and have been doing quite well in the game. But for newcomers and those who haven't played for a long time, they have no idea what to pick unless someone tries to help them, tries to guide them and how they should proceed in order to do well in the game. If you're alone, this is such a negative side of having too many options, since you don't know which deck you should pick up and you end up spending so much time researching and how to be good in the game, or your choice of deck is viable in the long run. Number 2, playing against whales that spend so much money can lead to a total destruction. Whales who spend money on the game can be ahead by getting the key cards for their deck. For instance, getting many hand traps, getting key cards that can be used for the crazy combos, and etc. This is especially true for people who are building meta decks that block you from doing anything and destroy you on the first turn, and you can only surrender at that point. Man oh man, I kinda miss when a duel can last for over 10 turns and you're just having fun trying to battle against each other. Times sure have changed. Point number 2 leads up to point number 3. Duels can become not fun at all to play. This is especially true when you're all getting in ranked duels and people are doing combos that can last up to 3-5 minutes that dish out all kinds of cards that will block you from doing anything during your turn. This can be very tough for newcomers and returning players as they keep getting destroyed in duel. Hopefully by now, all those people who have been spending so much money in the game are already in a gold or platinum rank, so the newcomers and returning players are not having this difficulty or keep getting destroyed by these players. Not only for those people, even for me who has been playing for about a week or so, my deck is quite strong where I can combo and summon many monsters that can negate effects from magic traps or monsters. After doing it so many times, doing these combos is not fun, and when you're actually having a duel, people will only just surrender to you and you're not actually having fun battling against each other. That's why I have decided to make a second deck that will help me to play without having the opponent to surrender, because I think that is more fun. Do let me know if I'm the only person who thinks that way, that it's not fun when you keep doing the same thing over and over again. And if you do feel that way, do let me know how are you dealing with it. In conclusion, this game is a great game for new and old player alike, even for Returnee players. It would be better if you're in the Returnee or new player category to have someone that is currently know how Yugi Oh works and ask them what kind of cards should you have in your deck. If you're planning to get far into the ranked game, You might want to know what kind of decks that stand a chance against other meta deck that people use. For instance, Sky Striker or Dragon Mate and many other decks. However, don't let this discourage yourself from checking out decks that you love. We never know, if you spend a lot of time researching on what cards work best with your main deck, you might discover yourself maybe some meta breaking thing. We never know if you're really passionate about Yu-Gi-Oh! But as for me, why I keep playing this game, because I want to have fun playing with my friends especially. Since actively competing with them and trying to make our deck better is a fun experience and a fun process. That's all I gotta say about Master Duel. Tell me how your experience has been with the game, and if you have good things to say or even problems with the game, do share with me in the comment section below, or maybe even suggestion on how to improve the game so the game can be more fun to play in the short run or even in the long term. Thanks so much for watching, gamers. Do hit the like and subscribe button for more discussion videos on video games. Till next video, stay strong, gamers.